Willkommen to the Everything Money channel. Everyone out there, we know it's late if you're overseas. We love you.
It's not late overseas. It's 7.
Not in Australia, baby. It's tomorrow already.
Yeah. Australia, mate.
We welcome you in, all those beloved patrons. You know, I love you.
Guys, I just did the most brutal, brutal reaction video I've ever done. I was mean. I was really mean, and not to the guy who's doing the video, to the people watching. Let's check it out. Next week, when's it going to go live, Tim?
Probably Sunday at 1, Tim? Sunday at 1.
Sunday, it's going to be brutal,
Paul
guys.
Paul reacts to Andre Jeek.
This might be the end of our channel.
The horseshit assessment of Bitcoin. These motherfuckers. Welcome, everyone, in. We love you. How is the app going? Android users, you have it. iPhone users, make sure you get your updates in the App Store. And I hope you're loving it. Paul, I was on it last night showing it off to a friend. And boy, does that website, that app.
Which friend is this?
Ryan Hartshoe.
Oh, I figured it was Ryan.
Yeah, that app flies, baby.
Yeah, it goes really quick. Don't look at me and say that. Look at Tim.
But not, Tim, that app is flying. I mean, just
the website flies. Remember the website first came out, it was really slow? It flies now.
I would say it's funny is we still had to go over, Paul. He's investing. He's been in Bitcoin as long as I have.
He's not investing, he's speculating.
Well, and he still couldn't quite grasp. We were looking at Alibaba and why so many people like Alibaba. So Manesh Pabrai is a big fan of Tencent and Alibaba. Manesh Pabrai is an Indian and very famous Indian investor. He's in the first chapter of the book, Richer, Wiser, Happier. I suggest you read the book. It's incredible. He's a big fan of Baba. Sven Carlin did a video on Baba and Manesh Pabrai. And Sven comes right out, as you said last week. They're seeing this as a value investment.
Same with Charlie Munger. He likes it too.
They're saying it's a buy. So,
and what did we say? We said it's a buy if you believe the numbers.
I bought some, Paul. You
did?
I did. Bought a few. And Gio wanted to get in on the train. I am condensing down my holdings. So when our new portfolios go out, I will show you that I've gotten rid of some outliers that I just frankly didn't quite understand why I was in, and I certainly didn't know why I was still in. But regardless, I hope everyone's doing well. Our fireside chat for you patrons and all patrons will be tomorrow at 6. Is it 6?
6:30.
6:30 p.m.
Eastern time
from Paul's new gorgeous mansion. We'll be going swimming afterwards in the pool, and the butlers will be feeding Paul grapes from overhead. And it's just gonna be wonderful. So I welcome everyone. Jay Wang, I see you there. Hassam, I love your energy. Welcome in. Matt, oh my God, I love you guys. And Susie, of course, everything mama, she's there. Mattia, Fizzbuzz, all the homies are here, Paul. We can certainly take questions. If I've missed any already, Paul, you're welcome to take over.
Sven said he'll bet all his money that the market will crash 50+%. Did he really say that?
When was it? Oh yeah. Oh, Mattia. Yeah, he just let's take a look here.
What video? And time stamp.
I got it right
because
here.
I you know me, I'm the one that believes over 50%. Everybody thinks I'm nuts.
Yeah.
I told Mikey today, I'm like, Mikey, this thing's going, S&P's going in the teens.
Crash vid?
It'll be in the teens.
Is it here? Big stock? What is?
I'm hoping for 1,500.
What is he saying here?
Not to click on this crash
supposed to be doing
video,
Excel.
but as you click,
so guys, another question we have.
Sorry, Paul.
We have a
I was watching Sven right there with the audio.
Oh, you were?
My apologies. Is your head?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead then.
Mo, your phone's up still?
Pardon me?
Are your headphones still up over there?
No.
But can you hear this, Mo?
Stock market crash
No.
mania. This is
Paul can't
behind
either.
the
All right,
scenes.
I'm taking the show over. And if you guys, Tim, we can react to videos now because we're going, live right now if we wanted to. So if someone wants to get us a timestamp on Sven, we can all hear it together. And Tim will get headphones for Mo over there. Okay, keep going.
So we're planning, everyone, a live event.
Oh my God.
In December in Austin, Texas. We're going to make this a small event, 50 people. It's going to include a few meals. It's going to be one day event because we're testing it out. We're only going to make it exclusive to 50 people. Guys, right now we have over 4,200 people who buy our software, and we're going to release it to everybody else. But the patrons only will get a discount to it, as you always get with our stuff. And we want to know what kind of stuff we want to talk about. We want to talk about mindset for sure, but we are open to other ideas on things to talk about. If you have an idea, don't write a paragraph after paragraph. Write an email to help@everythingmoney, subject saying event in December, and give an idea or two. If it's a long email, that Nick won't even read it. I have given him strict instructions. Just say, hey, please discuss this in one line or less. That's it. I don't need a monologue. I don't need a dissertation. Just, we want to make this a catered event in terms of catered to what you guys want to talk about, but we also want to input our spin on things. So like mindset will be a big thing at this event, but we're going to try it. You'll get to meet us. We're going to have a few meals involved. It'll be a wonderful event sometime in December, and it's going to go to the first 50 people who sign up. Obviously, patrons will get first stab at it and go from there.
We are talking mid-December for this. We'll get a final date, but if you're in the area and you want to join us for a one-day workshop, I've attended these for photography conventions, Paul. I have paid thousands and thousands, and they have been absolutely the game changers in my career and my life. Just changing my whole mindset. Sometimes it just takes an in-person, someone kicking me in the ass to say, do this and do that. In fact, Paul, my first conference I went to, Mo, I was making around 180 a year, maybe 150 in photography. I went to a June workshop that completely traded how I sold physical products to clients. I made an extra $70,000 that year, Mo.
Wow.
I started selling albums and wall arts and pictures, and all my clients, sure enough, they started buying it, and it was astounding. And the workshop cost $3,000. But anyway, that's our take on that. So, all right, guys, let's keep going. We love the fact that you're all here, and we love the fact that you guys are asking questions. We can answer them. Paul, have I been missing anything? And Nathan, have I been missing anything? What do you think? Should we get right into it? Oh, yeah, Colin. There's Colin. Colin knows what workshop I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
Colin's a photographer friend of mine.
Who's Steve Saporito?
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine who teaches the mindset about selling. So we can keep going. Someone's talking about eBay, Mo. Do you want to address eBay over there?
Yeah, I was just looking at that one. It actually looks pretty good. Can I write here? Yeah. You're coming through this. So he asked for a swing trade. Where's my camera? He asked for a swing trade. As long as you close over that resistance line of $71 and 43 cents, you're fine. So if you wanted to add a little bit today, you can, but tomorrow make sure you get another engulfing candlestick. But this is looking pretty good.
The resistance line, did you put that in or somebody else put it in?
The computer put that in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's what I like about these charts. Shows resistance.
Paul, update this is our top tier. So update them on foreign stocks and moving off of Patreon in the future.
Beef. Of course, like always, we have beaten our timelines. You'll be able to get off of Patreon onto our own payment system by September 1st. And the great news for everybody is you will save the tax. Because of how small we are, we don't need to charge tax everywhere yet. You will save tax for some time. How long? I don't know. It all depends on how much we grow in certain states. Some states don't require taxes being held. Countries, we don't have to charge, if you're in a foreign country, we won't have to charge you sales tax. You're at least going to save 8 or 10% just by doing that. That's the wonderful news. That'll be before September 1st. What was your other question? The app? Oh, no, foreign stocks.
Foreign stocks.
Guys, every month we're going to add new exchanges. Everybody keeps asking, and it's just, we are always adding new exchanges every month. Tim said yesterday, we have about 70% of the world's stocks right now. It's also about growth and seeing, because at the end of the day, if we wanted to do every stock that we can imagine, our data feed would be about $1 million a year.
That's just it. I mean, to be very clear, folks, it just costs a shit ton of money, and Paul is going to have to pay that. So,
and at some point, I got to sit there and say, do I really want the Bangladesh stock exchange on our server? I mean, I don't really care. You know what
Paul,
I mean?
the El Salvador, they just started accepting Bitcoin. I'm certain their servers are going off the chain over there. So,
German stocks will be live probably next week.
German stocks next week.
German stocks will be live next week. Working on Oslo, London. working on Oslo, London, and then the Asian market.
Oh, Susie's gonna go bonkers here with the okay. All right, great update, Tim, the CEO. How we wouldn't.
Thanks for the reviews on. We have 95 5-star reviews on
nice.
iOS. What was that? Yeah, please give us more reviews. You haven't reviewed us. What was that?
I should probably review it, huh?
I've
Please
never
do,
reviewed it.
Mo. It's Everything Money app. It's in the
How do I
App
review
Store.
How do I review this thing? I'm gonna go do it right now.
You know what's funny is every morning on the morning show, I'm like, guys, smash the like button. I'm like, I should probably hit the like button myself.
I do too. The smashing helps because I actually.
How do I
get
review an
tickle
app?
myself?
I don't know.
By the way, if you type in everything now, money is the first thing that pops up.
If you go into the App Store, not the app itself, you can write it right around there. Scroll down a bit. You should see reviews, and you can click on review.
Oh, there we go.
And click on. There you go. Yeah.
Tap to rate. Submitted your feedback.
Are you just
I
gonna
didn't get to write a
app-
review.
Are you gonna write this app Fox?
But
I should have read that.
please.
Mattia, whoever pulled that up about Sven, let us know that timestamp on that video. I have it up here. And Mo's got headphones. We could listen to it here and see what Sven, the wonderful Sven, is
Give me some
saying.
phones.
Also, if you're watching out there, learn to invest. Jimmy has been bringing the hammer of late, Tim, on some of these BS hype. He's a pretty. He seems like a really nice guy, and the fact that he was saying that he's sort of tired of this hype bullshit too is wonderful.
Yeah.
I just reviewed the app and I wrote 5-star. I go.
This app fucks.
No, I wrote. This app is the best. I'm not biased, even though this is my channel. This app is the best.
Okay, guys. Blunt Gang gave it a 5-star. We appreciate you guys. Okay. When I get to okay. Let's see. Ethan saying PHM earnings this week.
Oh,
Pulte. Okay. What else? Someone asked about. Timmy's asking thoughts on a CCL swing trade long, Mo.
CCL really rebounded. It went from 19 to 23.
Sure did.
Did you buy more when it?
I sold more puts.
I see.
Oh, no. Okay, so I don't like a swing trade on this because the trend is looking good, but you're running right into that 200-day moving average. So you're going to need a lot of volume like this continuing for the next couple of days to push through this and really get to $27 a share or something. I keep going to the wrong camera.
That's okay, baby.
So
watching this fun video?
I would not swing trade this.
Okay. Mo, Drop was wanting to look at SSP. I don't know if for trading or long term. I guess long term you could look at the 8 pillars, but SSP for trading. Thank you, Mattia.
I wonder what they want. Well, let's do a swing trade since we're on that. So if you wanted to swing this one,
Who swings here?
I'm a swinger.
Really? You and Nicole
Yeah.
going to parties? Paul, there's a club. Mo, there's a club in Columbus.
Is there?
It's called the Princeton Club,
It's weird, man.
where old fat people
weird.
go and swing.
Um,
Can you imagine Paul Gabriel at that? You show up, Paul, with your girlfriend.
did somebody ask?
A couple trucker guys
I
are
don't
there.
have a girlfriend.
When you have her, you're going to take her to a swingers club.
I don't know if I'd want to be dating no, I don't think I'd want to be dating somebody who swings.
It's weird.
Yeah. She's going to go, well, no.
Check, please.
Okay. Anyway, Mo, what the hell are we talking about over there?
I don't know.
Okay, the hell with it.
Yeah,
What else, guys?
On to the next.
Pineapple, yeah.
That is the thing. Pineapple. It's pineapple, right?
Listen.
Or is it pineapple or is it troll? It's a gnome.
No, I can finish this.
Was it you who told me this?
Yes. So, obviously, folks, my wife, I mean, we've had Beth on the show a little bit, but if you get to know her, she's very, loving. And, she'll just burst open into a party of people she doesn't know and just start hugging people.
I love you so much. I'm like, you're cheapening the word, Beth, but go ahead.
And then so people have, many people who kind of know us have just straight up asked, are you two swingers? And we're
Well, yeah, but look at your beard. Of course they think you're a swinger.
just from the beard and the shirt?
1,000%.
So one time we had some friends who were casual acquaintances. They show up to our house and they gift us a pineapple. And I'm like, Beth is like, does this mean all 4 of us go upstairs
What?
and start doing swing
Is
trades?
that code for swinging?
It is actually.
Colin just said upside down pineapple. How do you put a pineapple?
No, it's the upside down pineapple.
But how do you give somebody an upside down pineapple? I mean, how do you
Well, bend over, I'll show you.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay, listen, that's not why these people are here.
Lily's right. The shirt and the beard are a dead giveaway.
Well, I haven't, but I'm not opposed to it. So all right, let's keep going. Tell them about the photography. Is nothing but. Is that true, Colin? I didn't know that. That can't be, Colin.
oh,
Okay.
I guarantee he's right.
All the time you don't spend on stocks, we get a back charge. That's funny, Mitch. I love you. Oh, okay, guys, I'm sorry I derailed this. Mo, are we talking about anything serious over there or no?
No.
Okay, Paul.
Well, we're ready for Sven if you want. I got headphones.
I
think
never.
Paul has some.
Yeah, I never got what's. You want to go
me
through
put my-
Sven a bit and see what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's look at the Sven
All
thing.
right, guys. We can switch over here, Nate, and see what's cooking over here. What is Sven saying? He's saying nothing.
Telling me what are the videos that my audience, yes, you
guys hear
Me.
the video?
watches. So YouTube tells me, Sven, these are the videos that your audience watches. Please make more.
Where are we on
similar
there? Oh, there we
videos
are.
In order
Are
to
we?
increase your
Yeah, right there at
views."
the bottom.
And if you look a little bit at the titles,
Uh-oh.
80%
He busting
of
us
the
up?
watched videos are related to stock market crash, some kind of fear selling or something like that. And that's exactly
here's
what I
Sven.
want
We got
to
a time
discuss
code.
today, to give you a perspective on what YouTube serves you as in the thumbnail.
We got it. Here we go.
And I just listened a while, as much as I could force myself to listen to that. And my issues with these stock market videos is that it is really catering to what the public wants, which is short-term entertainment, thinking that it is value adding, but it actually isn't. And we'll discuss that in a second. But before discussing that, let me give you 100% correct stock market crash prediction. I can guarantee that the stock market will crash 50%. That's a guarantee. I can sign, I can put all
He's saying
my
at some
wealth,
point in
all
the
my
future.
organs
Yeah, not tomorrow.
on that guarantee. The only little problem is nobody
Yeah, so I don't think he's not
knows
saying like from
when
this
it will
point of view.
happen.
He's saying
And
at some point in your lifetime, the market will crash 50%.
And that's what he just said. I don't know when it will happen, but
Well, no, but people are taking it to mean like this market will crash 50%.
oh, he said the.
I think he's saying
the market.
at some point in my lifetime,
Yeah.
the stock market will crash 50%. So that's what he's saying. And by the way, that's why I take it as that. And I do think this market will crash over 50% at some point.
Sven is so funny. We're gonna have him on the show at some point. He sounds like an American doing a silly accent.
does.
That's how hilarious
He's a
I
funny
hear his
guy.
accent. It's so funny. So
I like him.
Oh, I love him, but I do think it sounds like he's still learning English though in a way sometimes. It's like he's like the
So
way I
are we.
speak
So
Spanish,
are
I'm
we.
very deliberate about it.
Yeah.
What was that?
Over enunciating some words.
Yeah, but he's great. I love
Matthew
Matthew.
wants to look at Cardinal Health. Mo,
Okay,
you want to pull it
sure.
up again?
Yeah, so this one, it took a long time, but wait, is this no, it's the wrong stock. This is something weird. Hold on. But I was very happy yesterday that this thing finally closed above the 200-day moving,
Of course it
100-day
did.
moving
I
average.
sold last week. You know.
Yeah. So, oh, you did?
You know, listen. I love you, Mo. The more I read, I'm just like pulling it back in a bit, not going
Yeah.
too bonkers.
I hear you.
And just
So this one was all about patience, and this thing actually got up to $60 on Monday, Tuesday. I don't know what day today is. Anyways, I like the trend. We finally closed over the 100-day moving average, and we started moving upward on our long-term trend again. We're getting some engulfing candlesticks. I want a real engulfing candlestick that's full. So you see, there's a little bit of wick on there. I want a day where we don't have that. Then we can add probably over $60. I have been confident for this one for a very long time, and some people criticize me, but I was like, this one's going to work. Here it is. You just got to stick to the rules, stick to the principles.
And I did not stick as well as I would like. I think for the simple fact that as you might be feeling out there, patrons, Mo, I do have a hard time in the Discord keeping track of everything. I was missing out on some things. I didn't have my updates correct. So you have to be a connoisseur of Discord to get like,
So
when Mo talks, I listen.
Yeah, people got scared for this one because we added in here.
Yes,
And
and
they
then it
just
went
saw, all they did
tank.
was see the price fall like this, and it was below moving averages, but I just saw it was just hovering right there. The stochastic was just going sideways. Volume was low, but eventually I said, eventually volume will come and this will break above the 100-day moving average, and it did. So
Do you want people to enter this one more?
when we break over $60 a share, when we get an engulfing candlestick up here, I will probably add more to this position. But right now, I'm just staying with what I am at.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So
great.
do you like this chart trading stuff?
You know, folks, if you're watching, I'm just in a real transitional period because the show is taking off. You know, remember, I was busy before the show doing well.
We're doing the same amount of work we did for the
It's
show.
not. It's really not though. It's just, you know, it's not. We plan the videos, Tim and I. It's just not like I was busy before the show existed. Busy. I had two businesses.
Even
before the
Tim's
show.
looking at me and shaking his head.
It's the same thing.
It's the exact same thing.
50 people watching.
That's it. It's the exact same thing.
No, I'm sorry. It controls more of my mind on a daily
different.
basis.
That's different.
You just read more comments. That's all.
You say so.
We love you.
So
It controls more of your mind because it's growing, but it doesn't mean it's actually busy.
So it is controlling more of my mind.
Yeah, but still, it doesn't.
I mean, yeah. No. You ready for this? I wasn't reading investment books. I wasn't actively trading my account at all. I own Tesla and Amazon. Why, there's no reason to ever touch it.
Yeah, but those
And
are different things,
I'm sort
though.
of
You
adding
shouldn't-
a level of busyness on my already. This next 6 months will be really tough for me. Just in general, like I'm going to need to be talked off a cliff because I got a lot of COVID weddings that are coming in.
Tell your
It's
wife
just
to talk
spilling
you off the
over a
cliff.
bit into like.
Tell your wife to
transitional
walk off
period.
the cliff because I'm too busy eating Oreos at night.
It's true. Yeah. So, all right, guys, let's keep going. I wasn't reading in general before. That's true. Colin says I wasn't reading in general before everything went. That's absolutely true. I didn't read jack shit. But you know this, Paul. I never read a damn book.
I read every day.
Okay.
I read every day.
What else, guys?
By the way, that's something I want to address because it's on my own. It's my own problem. Somebody wrote me an email the other day and said, Paul, like you, I'm very stubborn or something like that. I'm like, okay. So I get it. I perceive to come off as stubborn. I'm perceived to come off as stubborn because I'm so staunch. But stubborn, closed-minded people don't read as much as I do. I mean, literally, it does not happen. The whole definition of being stubborn and closed-minded, like you're not open. Now, do I ignore you if you have stupid arguments? Absolutely. Will I continue to ignore you if you have stupid arguments? Absolutely. As I said in the video before, this is gravity. If you try to tell me, Paul, you need to be open-minded or less stubborn about gravity, I'll be like, you're an idiot. You should die. That's my whole point. Like, I'm not going to be open to every idea that comes across. I have limited time of which I want to spend doing other things. But this gravity is always going to exist. You might tell me I'm stubborn or closed-minded for saying, well, here's the argument why that's not gravity. I'm not going to listen to it. Same thing here, right? But if you read more, you start to realize there's more to the world than just what's in our backyard. And I don't mean it as I'm not one of those guys who goes, oh, I read so much because I'm just so smart. No, I just sit there and say, listen, I enjoy reading. And by the way, I don't read a ton. I read between 5 and 25 pages a day. That's what I read. What's up, Nate?
Now, when you say you're reading every day, are you talking
Books.
mainly books? Or
That's
are
just
you reading
books.
articles?
I read articles all the time. I'm just talking about books. I read articles like for hours a day, but books are just what I'm talking about. Because articles to me just don't even feel like reading because I just like doing it. Like there's a joke that I don't like to watch videos. I actually don't like to watch videos. I prefer to read the article versus watch videos. Because to me, it's easier to go back and forth on, oh, let me read this, or, oh, what did this say again? Let me go redo that one. As opposed to watching a video.
Yeah, I think other people are saying that they're starting to read more now that they followed us. I guess in a perfect world, Paul, I would not have taken this many weddings without a COVID recovery. And so it's just taking over my mind a bit. I just need to get through these next 6 months. And then we'll be in Switzerland, shushing down the mountain. So
for one day of it.
I'll be shushing, Paul. How dare you?
Do you ski?
Beth says I should. If we're going all the way out there, I should learn how to ski. So happy birthday to Alex joining us on her birthday. Congratulations.
Oh, wow.
A merch idea. Matt is saying a t-shirt with upside down pineapple, the word disruptive. You ain't lying. How about Camping World? Do we want to take a look at Camping World?
Oh, that's our boy.
Mitch is looking for the ticker symbol is CWH Camping World.
That's our boy. What's his name?
Who is it? What's
Marcus
his name?
Lemonis.
Pardon?
Marcus.
Yeah.
Who?
Marcus Lemonis, the guy who runs who's the Prophet show. If you guys haven't seen The Prophet on CNBC, it's
Never
a
seen it.
fabulous
Never seen
show.
it. I don't watch shows, Paul. You know that. I don't watch videos.
By the way, I don't have cable anymore, but still, Marcus Lemonis on The Prophet is a phenomenal show. You can learn a lot about business watching that show.
Let's have him on the show.
Oh my God, that'd be incredible.
It's one email away.
It's not an impossibility anymore.
Seth is very good about getting people on the show.
Seth, I'll
All right. Let's see. Camping World.
That's rough.
Yeah, look at that. Well, what do you mean? It's like all-time high, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Well,
Look what they
not.
did.
It's
Look what they did
close.
to their shares this year.
all right, 1.7. So guys, since we're on the Patreon here,
Yes.
I'm just gonna go get 8 pillars. Wow, look at this.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
All
Wow.
the profit
Except
margin?
for profit margin.
Profit margin. By the way, this makes sense for RVs, and I bet you it's probably rebounding. Last 12 months started out with a terrible early start, but the last quarter. Let's see what the last quarter
Go look at the shares too.
minus 45%.
Wow.
The shares on the balance sheet, where are they?
Look at
again?
that.
Wait,
Yeah. Something's one of the
Something's
two
wrong.
is wrong. One of the two is wrong.
bug. Shares outstanding isn't right,
Yeah.
Timo.
For
'Cause
Camping
they
World?
really got
It's
they
skyrocketed.
issued a lot of shares.
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
What the heck? What's this 83? Yeah, shares outstanding. Bug.
I'll report it. You keep go.
Okay.
All right.
So anyhow, I guess that's not accurate, but let's look at their income statement. Let's see their growth. Okay. Okay. They make a lot of acquisitions, I think, by the way. Profit growth. Oh, they hate profit.
Yeah, look at that net income. Look at the net.
Nah, they don't hate profit, but
inconsistent.
let's see their free cash flow. Look at that free cash flow jump last year.
Boomer says he's reading 10Ks before he goes to bed. Susie, you're going to absolutely wear a Pineapple Everything Money merch shirt. I guarantee it, baby. I know
Should we
you.
get a pineapple?
Send it right to her.
An upside down pineapple merch
Tim,
shirt?
someone else said we should just have the thumbnails on merch.
Oh my
That
God,
is a
guys.
hell of an idea.
Upside down pineapple and say, are you a swing trader? Mo.
Yep. What?
Upside down pineapple shirt with it says, are you a swing trader?
Oh, I like that. I'd wear it.
Please.
Oh, it's great.
Preferably like it on a tank top.
A what?
A tank top.
Oh, a tank top. Got to do the tank
Yeah.
top.
Check,
Nate, you look like a tank top kind of guy.
Oh,
Of course
For
he
sure.
is. Look at this.
For sure.
This circus
I
clown.
probably
over
would
here.
have worn one today, but I actually got sunburned when I went.
Everything
uh,
money
we
golf
saw
balls. We're gonna
the
have
picture
everything
that
money golf
Nate
balls. Don't
sent us
worry.
from vacation. He was a lobster.
I already got some.
All right.
I already got some everything money.
Free cash
and
flow
Trader
is
Mo
kind
golf
of
balls.
inconsistent. Ugh.
You know,
Boy,
I
look
like
at
it.
this free cash flow. This is the problem I have. Look at the last,
Camping World.
yeah, negative 62, a positive 1.6 million, 235. I mean, I think you got to take,
It's all
and then look
over.
at last year, 738 million in free cash flow. Probably working capital. Change in working capital, operating gains and losses. That was okay. Change in inventories is 270. All right. I don't know. It's 8 times PE, but guys, look at this 192 million. By far their biggest, which is great, but is that sustainable? I mean, look at this inconsistent profit. You guys see this?
Yeah, it's very inconsistent.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
Uh huh.
Not loving it.
Even if you go to annual, go back to the income statement, net income, and change it to annual. It's still
On
it's
annual,
net income. It's still inconsistent.
it's more consistent, but all right. So let's go to 4 quarters here. Let's go to balance sheet. Let's see how they do on their balance sheet.
That's right, Paul. Boomer's saying is you have the pineapple with like it's got the sequence on it where you can rub up and down and the pineapple will go up or down.
Oh, textured
Yeah, it's got like
That's
the
not gonna be
feel to
cheap.
it.
with shimmies.
What are shimmies?
One side shines, one side's
That's
dull.
it. That's it.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's okay, Mo. I love you.
Welcome to the show, Mo. This is everything money.
Eh, sometimes I zone out over here.
I know.
I do too. Then Paul will call on me, Mo, and then the patrons give me a meme where I'm looking like a
You act like I'm some
dumbass.
professor. Like, what are you doing over there?
Okay, we'll keep going. All
Okay.
right, we're over Camping World.
Camping World isn't really like tickling my pickle here. I'm not getting a little tickle down under. Let's just say I don't want to swing trade this thing.
Okay, perfect, guys. Shall we keep going?
Yeah, let's keep going. Plus, I think they make a lot of acquisitions, don't they?
What is CTC? What is that?
I don't know.
Let's look it up. CTC is Canadian,
Dynamite.
I don't
Canadian
have it.
Tire.
Oh, tires. Love tires.
Oh, it's Canadian.
Oh my lord! Look how this has got to be low vol. What? $12.8 billion company. Revenue, profit, 18 times profit margin. Let's see if this 8 pillars are correct.
It's weird. This is weird. This is Canadian Tire Corporation Limited. They sell home goods, sporting equipment, apparel, footwear. Really?
Wait, what?
Yes.
This is like the Do It Center in Turks.
This is like a roadside gas station selling automotive parts, accessories, any vehicle fuel. Okay.
Man, look at that. So another thing, guys, I want you to remember. Look at this free cash flow jump. This is not normalized free cash flow. 1.43 billion last year. I mean, not even half. By their best year wasn't even half that before this. So I would strike this year out completely and take the average of these years.
They're the name of the Ottawa Senators Arena.
Okay, so that's an average of 425, 635, 690, 1.4, call it 1.3 divided by 5 is what? 250? No, that's not right. Yeah, 260. Did I do that math right? Yeah, 260 260 times 20 is 5.2 billion. It's a $12 billion company. Yeah, so even with, what's their growth levels? Let's look at their growth levels. All right, they're growing.
Paul, why do free cash flow numbers suddenly skyrocket like that?
I mean, if you go up here to the top, you'll see change in receivables and change in working capital. Those are two attributes right there that are responsible for, they went from negative to a positive.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the song by, take my life from a negative to a positive.
Do you want to revisit
Pitbull.
Do you want to revisit L brand?
Let's enjoy life. Pitbull, diet.
I love Pitbull.
What were you saying,
L
Seth?
brands. You want to look up LB? L brands. It's a great 8-pillar business, and they have a lot. Ethan was looking for this.
See what Pitbull said about communism? It was so great.
What did he say?
L
Basically said it's a
brands.
disaster, and that's not the right direction to go in. Because
Let
you-
us know
you
if
lived
you're
in it.
right in the chats if you're coming to the fireside tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Paul's new mansion. We'll be broadcasting live from the new home. I'm very excited. We'll be going swimming afterwards with the kiddos, and let us know if you're going to make it. Keep going, Paul. What are we looking at now? L brands. What do you think?
Well, for one thing, look at their profit. Again, big jump. So guys, one of the things I look at is I look for consistency in growth. This is L brand, so it's a clothing, which I don't think is going away. The question is stores. What's the reason for inconsistent profit over the last, it's not, I don't know how to say inconsistent. Maybe it is, I don't know. But this is one of those, when I see inconsistent ups and downs like this and not like a steady line like this, I have to very much focus on the average of the last 10 years or the average of the last 5 years. Let's look at their revenue. Look at the revenue. It's only up 30% in the last 10 years.
I remember when we did a video on this maybe 4 weeks ago. There was one thing in that we did that we shied away from it.
What was that?
I can't remember.
That's
why I'm hoping
Cash
somebody
is
can
saying
say it.
don't strike out last year's numbers as they move to online sales and curbside pickup.
Okay.
David's saying they are closing a ton of stores.
Maybe
Oh,
it
are
was-
they?
Maybe it was that.
And the old guy, he's jumping ship too. What's his name?
Leslie Wexner?
Leslie,
Yes.
yeah.
I think he left a while ago, didn't he?
I know there was
I
an
think he's
article.
tapering out.
He sold a large portion of his
Yeah.
shares. He's caught up in that Epstein malarkey, isn't he?
Online is 35% of total sales in 2020. That's great. They're going to spin off their Victoria's Secret brand to a separate public company in August of 2021. All right, that's cool. Price to free cash flow. 19.4 over the last 5 years. Free cash flow. Look at this though. I know you say don't strike this out, but look at this last year's free cash flow. 2.39 billion. Their next highest year was 1.36 in 2016. And if you look right here, cash change in working capital, big jump right there. I'm sure receivables jumped up. Probably something, yeah, right here. Change in payables and accrued expense. That was a big boom to cash flow right here. What are you laughing about, Uncle Seth?
Matt Jones, of course, is just saying, just have a shirt with a big piece of pepperoni that says Don inside of it. Which is it.
Poor guy.
Jesus. You guys, who's going to buy this shit?
I think Don was on my Johnny Steele live stream yesterday.
Was he?
Was he? Oh, he was interacting.
How is Don?
Yeah, he was in the chat.
Oh, how nice. Good.
That's great.
Okay.
Don will be part of the EM family forever.
It's true.
So L Brands, again, you guys are like, oh, come on, Paul, you're so boring. This is a company, guys, that we don't know the future, what they're doing. They're selling for 15 times a PE, 20 times free cash flow, with last year's cash flow being an astronomical year. If you think that's okay, that's fine by me. I just look at it saying, let's put in our stock analyzer tool and decide what we're going to do here. Let's actually just put it in.
Sure.
Let's do a 7-year analysis. Look at their revenue over the last 5 and 10 years. Do you see this? 1.6% growth, 2.8% growth. Okay, so you got to factor that in. Low side, 1.5, middle, 2, high side, 2.5. Share change, -1, -0.5, 0. Wait, 0, -1. Profit margin, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Free cash flow, 8, 9, 10. PE, 12, 15, 18, 12, 15, 18. Desired return, All right. So I am being conservative here, guys. It is retail. You should be conservative with retail because even though these companies have a plan, I like that 35% of their sales are online. That is awesome, but still be conservative and don't look at where the market's been lately for your multiples. You know what I mean? This is a company that doesn't have much growth potential. So when a company doesn't have a lot of growth, you got to lower your price to free cash flow and your price to earnings ratio, right? Why are you smirking there, Uncle Seth?
I'm not at all listening, right? Everything you're saying.
Okay, gotcha. That was another statement. So it's looking here like it's probably in the 30 to 50 range as the right price. Not far off from here. Those of you who think this is far off, 50 is only 33% away. That can happen in a month or two. If you watch our other videos, we have plenty of companies that drop 30, 40, 50% in a matter of a few months.
Paul, can we pull up EW Scripts? The ticker symbol is SSP. EW Scripts is a media enterprise with interest in local and national media brands. Drop wants to see EW Scripts.
Okay, so, 5.5 times earnings, 14.4, 1.6 billion revenues, $1.2 billion net income. Okay, dividend, $12 million. So look at this. Look at this, Seth. 5-year average free cash flow, $77 million. Last year, $280.
That's a lot.
And that 280 is in that 76 already. So really probably the last 4 years average was like 60 or $50 million.
Oh, I see.
Right? So let's go.
Free cash?
Revenue. They're probably making acquisitions along the way.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but Paul, 4 years ago, they did 1.27 million. 126 million. It's all over the place, the free cash.
Yeah,
Paul.
it's all over the place.
Yeah, that's wild.
Acquisitions made $2.5 billion acquisition last year.
Bless you.
Thank you. Balance sheet, $1 billion, $430 million. So what do they own? Scripps. Oh, Scripps. Are they the ones who did the spelling bee?
I don't know.
Newspapers. No wonder it's 5.5 times PE. But again, the profit last year. Look at this profit last year. Look at this profit year to year to year. Why are you guys picking the hard companies? Is that your idea of consistent profit?
No, this looks like an avoid.
All I'm saying is 5.5 times free profit. Okay, what's the average? Seth, can you do well, I won't even ask you.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
60, negative 60 wipes that out. 320 divided by 5 is $64 million a year is the average of the last 5 years. Times 15 equals $1 billion. What's the current market cap? About $1 billion. So it's selling for 5 times the last 5 years.
1.6 billion, Paul.
What?
1.6 billion.
All right, so 15 times, the last 5 years, the average profit's been about $63 million a year. That includes a $280 million a year, though. You're looking at 15 times free cash flow and 15 times profit, you're looking at $1 billion. Is it worth that? Well, go understand how much their business from newspapers, what other assets they own. I don't think this is a no-brainer at 15. You just got to sit there and figure out what is owned here that would make you feel like, they made some acquisitions here that really drove up revenue. Shares outstanding, about the same, a little bit lower, not by much. They've increased it the last 3 years. I'm not blown away. I'm not sitting there going like, oh, this is amazing, but I'm not sitting there saying this sucks. I just think the price of free cash flow is high for how much of the free cash flow came last year. Remember, guys, if you're buying a business in which they showed you these numbers and said, pay us 20 times this average, and the last year was the biggest year in history by far because of an anomaly, would you be okay with that? Just think about it yourself as buying a piece of a business. I would sit there and say, I'd rather have a consistent. You know, we should come up with some sort of way of showing consistency in earnings and profit. Like the most consistent earners. Like if every year in the last 10 years they've had revenue growth, as opposed to fluctuations. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That was the idea behind our 8 pillars. But obviously, it also shows some things. Doesn't show fluctuations.
Do you want to look at ExxonMobil? Christian's asking about ExxonMobil.
Remember, that one's driven by commodities. I prefer not to.
EW Scripps is the patron of the Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Told you.
Do you want to do ELVT?
Oh,
Elevate.
Boy. This is Zach Dar's favorite company in the whole world.
Elevate Credit.
Yeah, this is the selling for I've had 80,000 people ask me about this one. Online credit solution. The company provides credit to non-prime consumers. My first thing is, guys, they're non-prime. You need to understand their assets in the books. That's just not something we're getting into now. I'm sure their profit is fine. I mean, you're looking at a $130 million company where the balance sheet is insane. Look at this, $500 million in current assets, $400 million in current liabilities. So you look at it saying, oh my God, but remember, it's all about the credit behind it. They're lending to subprime people, non-prime people. When the economy takes a turn, what are the most write-offs? Non-prime. So how much write-off they can have, I don't know. But this one is something that but what do they lend for? Like, what are they lending people to buy?
Zach can maybe tell us.
Hello, Zacharias.
Zachariah. Do we want to keep going?
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's go over here at the main page, and let's go to the 8 pillars, and let's pick some.
We have more questions, Paul.
Oh,
AGNC Investment Corp. Looks like some sort of bank or REIT.
If it's a bank, I'm ignoring it.
It's a REIT.
Residential mortgage-backed securities. Again, guys, I know this sounds bad, but I don't understand mortgage-backed securities. If I don't understand it, you probably don't either. Don't buy it. Like, why even waste your time with it? Mortgage-backed securities are financial instruments that are somewhat complicated. I don't understand them, so I'm not going to get involved with it at all, in my opinion. Why even bother?
Viacom?
Let's look at Viacom.
VIAC.
Okay. Oh, this is the one that we had in our portfolios.
One that got away.
PE of 9, profit margin 10.8, revenue, net income of 2.8 on 26 billion in revenue, 5-year free cash flow of 2 billion, $600 million in dividends paid, low ROA, low ROIC, revenue growth. So are they declining by selling assets? Or are they declining by? Well, they might be declining. Well, maybe overall they sold some things. I'd first want to know why is their revenue declining. Let's go to annual. Yeah, the revenue is kind of declining, but it could have been because of last year. Advertising revenue might have been down, even though they still made big money. Again, inconsistent profit, but good profit nonetheless. So in the last 5 years, their average has been, were there any write-offs in here? Yeah, a few. Ooh, $1.3 billion write-off last year, and they still made 1.87. So I like seeing that. Okay. So let's go to the cash flow statement.
Joe actually said, thanks, this is good enough advice for me. I think he might be already over. Oh, this is Viacom, sorry.
2 billion on 25, that's 13 times free cash flow. That ain't bad. I've always liked Viacom. Oh, they increased their shares. They made the acquisition, right? Is that what they increased their shares for?
I think so.
Okay, so they increased their shares to make an acquisition. And since then, they're still increasing their shares a little bit. Not the worst.
I still like Viacom. I like Viacom and Discovery. I like both of them.
Let's look at their
Stock analyzer tool on Viacom.
Yeah. Revenue growth. I'm not going to worry about that. So let's see here. Let's continue on with that. 0 and 2.
I'm excited to see what this spits out right now.
Share change, 0, negative 0.5, negative 1. Profit margin, actually, you know what? This actually should be 1%, 0. Okay, profit margin, 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, 8, 9, 10. PE, very low return on invested capital, 15, 12.5, 10.
You know, Paul, if we have an event, in Austin and we meet some of these people in real life, there's going to be a huge shock to my brain that these names on YouTube are going to turn into real people.
I know.
But they know us, and we've never seen you one time.
I know.
So send pics. Mo, I'll give you Mo's phone number right now. You can text him.
So look at this, guys.
Oh, go ahead, Paul.
I'm seeing a lot of green here in terms of value. My assumptions weren't the best assumptions either. You know, do I think that Viacom sub 40? Its current price is 41.3. I mean, maybe you're selling puts at 35 or so, because I have the low end around $30. So as long as they can perform like this, I mean, that's even on negative 2% revenue for the next 7 years. I mean, this may not be bad.
Viacom?
Yeah, this may not be bad.
What's your price range? I can't see that far.
I have a low of 25 or 30 and a high of 70 to 85. So it's obviously a big range, but there's big assumption differences. So between these two, it's the high end of here and the low end of here. It might not be a terrible deal. And
I might buy some shares tomorrow.
Was that?
I might buy some shares of this tomorrow.
All right.
You're not going to put an option out on this, Mo? Or just
You know what?
buy?
I think I would probably buy some shares and put options on it. Just put options on there to buy lower at a future date.
What do the options look like right now?
I don't know, but I would have to guess that they're probably pretty bad. Like
Okay.
I think you're going to be, yeah.
How many folks are watching? Anybody out there? Can someone tell me? I can't even see.
I can tell you.
80
Oh, it's
watching,
good to see everybody. Yep.
19 likes.
Nice. Thanks, everybody.
Nice.
That was me thumbing it down. All right, everybody. Paul, a couple of people want to see Walgreens, baby. WB.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about this one in the Paul Super Shorts last week.
WBA is Walgreens. We all know it. We all love it.
Walgreens boots.
My son really wants to get into this company. He doesn't know why. He just loves it. So tell us, Paul, should we be in this?
WBA. That's Wayfair. WBA. Walgreens
To me, our
boots.
value on this one was around 40, 35 to 40. No, was it 40? Yeah, I don't know.
Or the
I'll
8
just stop
pillars. We got negative assets and liabilities.
But
Profit margins
remember, that was
awful.
industry wide. Okay.
Cash flow is down. Price of free cash flow is very, very low.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love that. And look at the PE. I think they've had a few write-offs, haven't they?
Paul, what was
No.
you asked the question? Why are price to earnings and something differentiated? Remember, and then you said we're going to sit down and do that together. What was that?
Here?
Yeah.
So remember, I think they had some aberrations as to why there's. Because look at the revenue here. Look at the profit here. 2.6, 2, 2.8, 4, 3.1, 4.3, 4.3, 4.8, and then big drops.
Yeah.
They don't have any special income or charges, but I think didn't they have more expenses because of some merger? Didn't we read that before? So remember,
Did they purchase a massive piece of Rite Aid?
I don't remember. But look at their free cash flow. The last 2 years, much more in line. Now I don't know why there's been a big drop since that time period.
Yeah.
But even at $5 billion, if you think this is stable, what's the company's market? I mean, the company is at $40 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be buying it right now, I have to think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I look at this going, what's the free cash flow? You know, that might be a fluke.
There was some
That's
kind
a
of
fluke.
Okay.
Go understand what they're doing with the business too. I don't like the profit margin. Their revenue is up 15 billion since 2019, and their profits down. They were a much more stable company going into this. Number of shares outstanding.
That's Rite Aid transferred all of its stores to Walgreens.
Josh
Buying
is
back
saying they're
shares.
increasing dividend. You guys already cover that? Sorry.
Are they increasing their dividend?
Yeah, that's what Josh is saying.
From 4% to what?
Let's take a look here.
Let's just look at the forward.
Walgreens dividend increase.
Man, they're that price of free cash flow over the last year is awesome.
July 14th.
4.09.
Walgreens announced an increase of 2.1%.
Wait, so it's going to 6.1%,
No,
or it's going to like 4.4?
It's 4.09. That's the forward dividend.
Sick. All right, still going up though. That's good. So it's a healthy dividend. They're going to buy back shares, it seems. Net income. There was a reason why they had some charges to their net income as to why they. You
want to pull up the 10K?
Sure.
You can do it through the Everything Money app. If you're not a patron, go ahead and below and click on the link and join our Patreon.
And if you're not in a top tier, upgrade.
If you're not in the top
Everyone.
tier-
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
If you're not in the top tier,
You know, I don't want to
viewing
spend too
this,
much time on this 10K because of. Yeah, this is going to take too much time.
Okay.
Guys, I still like Walgreens. I look at it going, okay, if I think that they're going to have $5 billion in free cash flow going forward, I'm paying 8 times free cash flow to own the biggest, I think the biggest drug company. I mean, they have the most locations out of any drug. And by the way, I love Walgreens. If you were to ask me to pick any of the drugstores to go to, I go to Walgreens.
21,000 locations in 50 states and 11 countries.
And they
Where do you go?
We go to Walgreens or CVS. Sometimes CVS, but they give you the receipt that's killing like 50 trees.
That's right, Tim.
Yeah, and I never go to Rite Aid because I'm not.
So Walgreens took Rite Aid and then they closed a bunch of Rite Aid stores or converted them to Walgreens
But I like
stores.
Walgreens.
I still like the Walgreens stock. I started buying. We bought some at 37 or 38 because somebody on the show requested it. At the time, it was like a 70 PE.
Yeah.
Because I didn't look at the numbers going, wait a second, this shouldn't be 70 times earnings. So I made a lot of money on this one so far. 20% of my money. It's not a huge number, but at the same point, I think this is a stock that's worth more than $46 a share when somebody finally sees the value of it. That's my opinion. I look at the cash flow going, this is where having an investor relations call going, how reliable is this cash flow? If this cash flow, so here's the deal, guys. Let's say this cash flow falls to $3 billion. If you're paying $40 billion for it today, you're paying 13.3 times free cash flow over the last year and growing from there. My question to you is, are you okay paying 13 times free cash flow for a company like Walgreens? And my answer is yes. So this is the idea of investing where you sit there and say, okay, what is my downside risk? My downside risk is, let's say free cash flow almost falls in half, right? Which they've never done, they haven't done that since freaking 2014. Let's say it falls in half almost, and they don't get more efficient because of closing the locations and all that stuff. I gotta think they have a lot of expenses because of the Rite Aids and all that stuff. Go do your research on that, but I look at this going, yeah, I still like Walgreens. I think it's gonna be a much higher stock at some point. I don't think it's gonna be a $100 stock. I don't remember what I gave, maybe I did have 100, I don't remember what I came up with it as, but I think it's a very good value at 46. And I think I'm selling puts at.
I think we were around the 80s.
Yeah, I remember that being about the price. Mm-hmm. I look at it going, okay, not bad. And a stable company. I look at it going, it's Walgreens. To quote Gary Bashuras, would I be surprised 5 years from now if Walgreens out of business?
I would be shocked.
$1,000,000,000% I'd be surprised. And I'm looking at going, okay, so I can pay 8 times the last 5 years, potentially 8 times last year. Okay. I look at it going, I like it.
Tim, did we email Cameron Stewart? Are we getting him on? We should. Yeah.
No.
Oh, we should. I'll reach out to him, man. Remember the guy Cameron, Paul? We reacted to him. You liked him. He was doing Google Alphabet stock analysis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like Jimmy more.
He had a nice shirt.
No, that was Jimmy.
Oh.
Someone else said, listen to this, Paul. Caribbean Craft said, hi from Haiti.
Hi.
Oh.
Wow. Welcome. Can you do WSM, Paul? WSM. What is this?
Can we pre-screen these stocks before you throw it on me and I become a dick?
Why? What's wrong?
Because I'm sure it's going to be some.
Oh, Williams and Sonoma.
It's
Oh,
almost
Williams-Sonoma?
8 pillar,
Okay,
baby.
good.
Almost 8 pillar, baby.
So Williams-Sonoma, first thing first, it's retail. Go find out their same store sales. Growing, dying, not. How much of those sales are online now? How are they making the transition to online? Where are they selling online? Is it their own website? Is it Amazon? These are important things to do for any retail business. The good thing about Williams-Sonoma is I think they have a high quality brand image. Would that be correct?
I think
Yeah.
so. The other is Williams and Sonoma. I've only seen them in malls, but I also don't really look for them. Are they anywhere except for malls?
195 stores.
Then I would
Pottery
assume yes.
Barn. Wait, they have Pottery
Oh,
Barn?
they're Pottery Barn too. I've never been to one. Looks cool though.
I'm on the 10K trying to see same stores, Paul.
They might word it differently.
Yeah, it's tough. Reading these 10Ks are tough.
Boy, look at that revenue growth last year. That's a lot. Profit. But you know what? I like this consistent profit stuff. They basically make $300 to $400 million a year. Like clockwork. What's their market cap? 12. This is a skewed market. This is a skewed PE, guys. It's not 13.8. It's more like 40. 40
Really?
PE. Yeah, because look, that PE is based on the last. So let's look at this. Before last year, what do they make per year? By the way, this is stuff you learn here, guys. What do they make per year before last year? They're pretty consistently making $300 million, $400 million a year. All of a sudden, they have one big year of 873. Why? Because a lot of pent-up demand, a lot of stuff happening. I don't think that's not in the value investing world. You don't make your investment based on the best outcome that happened last year for a very specific reason of pent-up demand. That's only one time. You know, I read this investment checklist book, and one of the things I love about it is it says, hey, make sure that if there's big demand, it's sustainable and not just one time or for a few years. I think this is a one-time pent-up demand. Shares outstanding is decreasing, which is good. Balance sheet. $2 billion versus, they got enough money. I'm sure a lot of their stuff is leases. Cash flow. Look at cash flow. I bet you that's a big jump. Oh, yeah, look at this cash flow. So, yeah, look at this cash flow going. I'm not touching Williams-Sonoma's at $12 billion.
So it looks like store data, total stores in May of 2020. Nate, you can put my screen on here. May of 2020, 616 stores. This past May, 578, and it went up a bit. January 31st of this year, 581. So it's five. The stores have gone down, Paul. They're making more money on less stores.
Yeah, they're probably doing more online.
Mm-hmm. So when we look at same store, this would definitely be increasing because they have less. Or I see what you're saying. I'm still trying to separate retail in store versus online. Tough to do. These 10Ks are confusing. If anyone loves doing this, congratulations.
Oh, he's got an email from HR. Crotchels Group is named one of the top workplaces in Northeast Ohio. How did that happen? Seth doesn't agree. Do you, Seth?
I'm sorry?
Nothing. All right, so let's look at, so we're the 10K on Williams-Sonoma. Metrics. Did you find same-store sales?
I did not find same-store sales. Maybe you could help. Same store.
Comparable. Okay, ready? See, I want to see multiple years.
Mm-hmm.
So do you see this? Because it's huge numbers, but it's because it went from 19 to 20. But still, 19 was a good year. I mean, 4%. I mean, 6%. Williams-Sonoma at 0.5. I mean, these are good numbers here. I would ignore this. Like, to me, fiscal 20, why are you even looking at 20? There was so much pent-up demand and people went and overspent. You know what I mean?
The silence is killing me.
I'm reading. Comparable stores are defined as permanent stores where gross square footage did not change by more than 20% in the previous 12 months and have been open for at least 12 consecutive months without closure for 7 or more consecutive days. Comparable stores that were temporarily closed during the year due to COVID were not excluded from the comparable stores calculation. Outlet comparable store, right? Okay, so, I mean, it looks like a store count. Okay, they are closing more stores. Store openings, they opened some. Store closings, good. So end of year, they still close over 30. Good boy. All right. So they're going to decrease. So over time, the plan is this, I imagine. Online, in-store sales online. That's the goal, right? Mm-hmm. For a lot of these companies. And I don't think stores are going away. It's just going to change. We're going to change how we shop. We might do more ordering online, go to the store. They're going to figure out a way to make it so we're not going to stop going to stores. Stores aren't just about. So how many times do you just want to go to the store just to go to the store for something to do, right? Yeah. I mean, look at Nate. Nate's 20 years old and he does that. We just like doing it. But I like the fact this is going, but it's still 40 times. Like, guys, at the end of the day, here's what we have. We have an income statement where 1 year of a big jump, I would ignore that completely, and I'm looking at this. And that's roughly a $300 million average. So at $12 billion market cap, you're paying 40 times earnings. I'm just going to ignore that. Because I don't think this is a reason. I don't think you can make a decision based on that. In my opinion. 257, Seth.
That's the show?
I mean, we have 3 minutes.
Join us tomorrow for the Fireside Chat, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Paul's new house. Joe, join Mo in the morning at 9.
Oh, and I have the 9:40 too.
Oh, tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
For the Bid and Ask?
Yeah. What is it again?
It's
entry points.
I put exit points in the title. My apologies, but it's entry points. Studying when Mo enters a stock trade. That's tomorrow morning, right after the live show, 9:40 for the Bid and Ask and Top Tier, of course. All right. Boy, Paul, we really hit it today. I'm kind of tired.
Yeah, my throat's hurting.
Word.
Thanks everyone for the wonderful support.
See you guys.
Paul, before we leave,
Okay.
Paul, for the new people who are in now, would you like to preface the Austin thoughts? Austin conference?
Oh, yeah, we're going to do an Austin conference. Email us, help@everythingmoney.com. Put in the subject line, conference ideas. Keep it to under one line, not one sentence, one line of an idea you may have for us to discuss at the conference. Nick will keep them, and we will consider them going forward. It'll be a one-day event. We'll have food. You'll be able to, we'll talk about mindset. We'll talk about other things, but we want to hear your ideas on what to talk about.
We're talking about an Austin, Texas one-day workshop in mid-December. All three of us coddling and fondling your thumbs up in Austin, Texas, and you can join us. Yes, Austin, EM Austin Swingers Meetup. That's exactly it. That'll happen that night. So, all right, guys, that is our take.
While I'm in Austin, I'll be swiping profusely on my...
You like
You
Southern
get some of
gals?
those Texas
I don't
Longhorns
like Southern
girls.
gals. I like gals.
Hook them.
Yeah, but I mean, we're going to be like Southern gals will have like, a big Southern twang on them.
I'll be like, hey,
They're Southern
come meet your
belles.
YouTube celebrity.
Tim, and
Southern
Nate.
belles are the best.
You like them, Mo?
Of course.
Of course. All right, everybody. That's it. Love you. See ya on the fireside tomorrow.
Hasta mañana.
That's our show. See you guys.
See you guys.